The woman didn't know what to do. Her husband's mood had changed from one side to the other. Before this, he was talking and laughing. He was having fun with the children. But what happened that he gets angry at the slightest thing and yells at others since a few months ago? The kind and witty man has turned into a scary and nervous person. The woman did whatever came to her mind, but nothing changed. One day, it occurred to her to go to a monk who lives in the mountains to get a potion and give it to her husband. Maybe there will be a solution. That is why the woman took the hard and difficult way of the mountain, and after hours of crossing the difficult paths, she reached the monk's hut, told him her story, sat and waited to see what potion he would make for her. The monk looked at the woman and said, "Your solution is a hair from the mustache of the mountain tiger." The woman asked in surprise, "Mountain tiger? That wild animal?" The monk replied, "Yes, whenever you bring a strand of hair from the mustache of the mountain tiger, I will make something for you that will cure your husband." And the woman returned home in a state of hope and despair. She woke up in the middle of the night. She took the food she had prepared and went to the mountain. That night she reached the cave where the tiger lived. Her body trembled with fear, but she resisted. The tiger did not come out that night. She repeated this action for several more nights. Every night she took a few steps closer to the cave, until one night the wild mountain tiger roared and came out of the cave, but only stopped and looked around. Again, the woman went there for consecutive nights. Every night that passed, the tiger and the woman came a few steps closer to each other. This matter lasted for 4 months, until one of those nights, the tiger, which was already very close and could smell the food, slowly came closer and started eating. The woman was very happy. Several months passed like this. It reached a point where the tiger always stood on the roof and waited for the woman. Whenever she reached the tiger, she gently fed him while stroking his head. There was no fault-finding, fear and terror involved. And every night the woman would take food for the tiger by going through the difficult mountain road, and while putting his head in her lap, she would caress his hair. A few more months passed like this until one night the woman gently removed the strand of hair from the tiger's mustache and went home. When the morning came, she happily went to the mountain to the monk, placed the hair of the tiger's mustache in front of him, and waited. What do you think the monk did? He looked around and threw that strand of hair into the fire that was burning next to him. The woman looked around. Her eyes were bulging. She didn't know what to say. The monk calmly turned to the woman and said, "Your man is not worse than the mountain tiger. You who were able to patiently give your love and affection to the mountain animal and tame that tiger, have a power that proves that you have the ability to control your husband's anger also. So give him affection and love and keep anger away from him with patience and tolerance."